If you want to just look straight down, tell us who you are, what your job is, and then the institution you're from, please.
Dan Milton, Director of Rugby, Cardiff Metropolitan University. So I was born in Cardiff, so went to school in Cardiff and always had a love of rugby, and yeah, actually came and studied here as a student as well. Actually, it's one of my friends. I always played football. I was a goalkeeper, and I know unusual with my size. So got to about 12 and realised I wasn't getting much taller, and so playing five-a-side was about the best I could do as a goalkeeper. So my mate was playing for a local club side, and it took off from there. Role models, obviously I used to love going to watch Cardiff. I used to watch Cardiff every week, so people like Mike Ray and Mark Ring were you know, huge heroes of mine growing up. And then obviously your role models, your PE teachers. My PE teacher was Colin Leahy, who again played for Cardiff Neath, and yeah, no, so PE teachers and pretty much everyone at Cardiff Rugby Club at the time. No, probably what made me get into coaching was realising I wasn't a very good player. So I think growing up, I used to love playing week in, week out, but I was never really going to make it to the top end of the game. I just loved playing, but coaching seemed to be something. I always wanted to be a PE teacher, and coaching was really an extension of that. I think you're constantly developing, refining what you're trying to do. I think I was really lucky to have a lot of really good mentors. Not only is my ex-head of PE, Roger Good, but here Chris Davey, who was the director of rugby, and I suppose you pick up little bits and pieces off all of those people over the years. I suppose I want to try and really here try and create the opportunity for people to get better, be good people. I suppose that's my coaching philosophy, is not necessarily just the rugby stuff. It's about trying to develop good people. So 2007 I joined, I was assistant coach then for 10 years before I took over as director of rugby at the start of last season. I think probably I got a real affinity to the place, having been an undergraduate student, being fairly local to the area as well. It's just been, I suppose when I was growing up, and certainly when I came here, it always looked to me like the dream job. And something I was, you know, never really thought I'd have the opportunity to do. So it means a lot because it's a fantastic place to be. I think I'm lucky that rugby's only sort of half my job anyway. I've obviously spend half my week as an academic lecturer, which gives me perhaps a slightly different perspective as well, and maybe that's where I get my sort of maybe academic focus and looking to try and develop those good players. I like the challenge of the Championship and the Bucks because I think they offer two very different contrasting styles of rugby. To go from Pontypool one week, you know, away to Pontypool, and the lessons a front five forward learns there, in comparison to the last night and the speed of the game and the skills of the game that you get on Buck Super Rugby. It's certainly a great development tool for players, but yeah, it's hard to balance. I think having lost to Pontypool, I think what we want to really do is really see that Championship as that development league for us. Gives us an opportunity maybe to try some of our younger players now. We look to be fairly secure in the league, which is really important, that status there. So I think that will be used to that development tool for the rest of the year, but some really big performances needed. But then I suppose, you know, that Buck Super Rugby now becomes a priority, and we'll be looking to go as strong as we can, as often as we can in that, to try and, you know, maybe get as far at the league as we can, and in all honesty, we'd love to return to Twickenham.
Fantastic. Cut there, yeah?
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.